had dinner at Mrs. Knott, well, chicken to go. Now we're heading to the LA Haunted Hayride, night number 1. It is in San Dimas this year, not in Griffith Park. And we're heading there now. Our reservations are at 10 o'clock. Here at Frank G. Bonelli Park in San Dimas, or like Bill and Ted would say, San Dimas, right off the 10 and the 57, right next to Raging Waters. LA Haunted Hayride has moved from Griffith Park to San Dimas. It's not a hayride this year, rather a little mini drive-through, and then it's going to be a show. So we are parked in almost like a drive-in theater setup, separated at least 6 feet from the cars next to us. The drive-through part was really cool. It was kind of like a mini version of the hayride with all the props from Midnight Falls if you went last year. That was actually almost worth the ticket price already right there. There were no live scare actors, but the sets were really cool. We're waiting for the show to start. It's supposed to start at 10. It's 10:05. They're loading the cars in now. We'll let you know how it is after. That was actually so much fun. I love going to the Haunted Hayride at Griffith Park because I like the setting and like the Midnight Falls, and the mazes are really cool. I've never been a huge fan of the actual hayride itself. This, I think, was more fun and more enjoyable than the traditional hayride. We'll tell you a little bit more about it once we get out of here and there isn't so much noise. A little bit different experience this year at the LA Haunted Hayride. If you've been before, you know, usually pull into Griffith Park and You wait in line to get on the hayride, takes you around the old zoo area. Then they have the 2 or 3 mazes depending on the year. Last year they added Midnight Falls, the little town area, which was the highlight. It was really, really cool. This year it is at Benelli Park in San Dimas, right off the 57, right next to Raging Waters. So it's pretty easy to get to no matter where you are in Southern California. The event starts, you drive through Midnight Falls. It's a little haunted town. There are no live actors, but there are a lot of sets and props from previous years. That was a really cool experience driving through. If that's what the drive-throughs are going to be this year, then that's a good start. I did like that. I'd say it's maybe 5 to 10 minute drive through. Then you pull into a big parking lot, which is set up like a drive-in, and then the show begins. The show is hosted by Monty Revolta, who's been at the hayride in years past. It's a mix of live actors walking through the parking lot. They come up to your car, but don't get too close. They respect that social distancing. But no matter which row you park in, if you pick the VIP seats, the VIP row, or the back row, you can still see the screens, but the characters do come through each row, so you're not missing anything no matter where you park. So if you want the really cool VIP experience, you can sit on the back of a hay wagon up front, or if you are a little more budget conscious, if you sit in the back like we did, you don't miss anything. So don't feel like you're going to miss out on an experience if you don't buy the most expensive tickets. So it's a mix of drive-in, horror shorts, music, and live actors. I don't want to give too much away. I'll put a couple clips of the show, but I want to save most of the surprise for you. It was a lot of fun. I would say out of previous years for the LA Haunted Hayride, this was probably my favorite, believe it or not. And it's a great way to start the season. Today we have Taste of Halloween, but for the first drive-through experience, something completely new for most of us, it was a great first start. Highly recommend going. The only criticism I would have is maybe it's a little short. It was about 30 minutes once the show started. It is a 5 or 10 minute drive-through, then they take about 10-15 minutes to get everybody parked, so you're there for a little over an hour. But if you're expecting an hour performance, it's not. It's about 30 minutes. But again, I think for the price of the carload, it's definitely worth it. And like I said, it was a lot of fun. Very well organized. I got everybody in and out quickly, safely, and I would say the organization of it, I was really surprised. So again, a good time if you're looking to go to the LA Haunted Hayride. It is in San Dimas this year, so don't go to Griffith Park. If you buy tickets, don't go to the wrong location. Had a good time.
The late Monty Revolta.